Alrighty then. Oh, here we go for another video. I don't know if this is going to be the final one or not. I think I have something else on the mind. I do not know, but I will check to see. But this is the, if anything, again, anybody who's listening right now, I have 4 more videos that's a part of this WTF, quick, fast, rapid fire. Get the points across. Here we go once again. So now I want to talk about the Nintendo Switch presentation. I've seen many people say something like this, which is ridiculous. All right, this is why I hate. That's why I hate the media one. And YouTubers are basically view whores. They're basically view whores. They can't. They need somebody. They need to show somebody their dicks somehow to make them feel validated. And that's just the clickbait and all this stuff. The good, the bad, the ugly, whatever. So you have opinions about this. Again, I'm not going to argue nobody's opinions. I can't argue about person's opinion. Unless they push it to facts, then we got a problem. That's what I'm going to do right here. So people are saying, oh, Nintendo needs to stop doing this. Nintendo needs to stop doing the gimmicks and all the blah, 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 and all this stuff. Remember now, there were some people who said, hey, the Nintendo Switch, before they really know about the Switch, like Nintendo Switch is going to have a classic, basically a classic control design with just buttons and everything, get rid of the gimmicks because of from since the GameCube. One, what part of the controller you saw that made me think that was a classic design? You're an idiot. 2, every Nintendo controller has been different. Why you think they're gonna stop now? You don't know your history about the freaking company, but you talk like you're a fan. NES to Super NES, Super NES to 64, 64 to GameCube, GameCube to Wii, Wii to Wii U, and now the Switch. And you think it's gonna be different? Wow, you really have lost your brain cells. So that's idiotic for people to say that, but whatever. So they're packing all this stuff into this thing. They say, oh man, Nintendo's using. No, you see what Nintendo does, which is what I like this. Here's the thing that came about some of these YouTubers and what they're saying. You have the Xbox One, you have the PlayStation, Pro Slim, whatever, or Xbox S and S Scorpio. All it's gonna do is give you more power to make the games. Nothing wrong with that. Here's the thing. Variety is a spice of life. All the number one selling genre for the last 2 generations has been first-person shooter. Not everybody loves first-person shooters. It's been saturated. The market is over good test. Look at what happened in the last 4 months. Not in 4 months. Take out December. So November, August, September, October, November. 5 major games, first-person shooters was released, including the summer you had Doom. So you had Doom, you had Gears, you had Titanfall, you had Call of Duty Modern Warfare redone, Battlefield 1. Shooters. Where's the variety, people? That's why when Mario Color Splash came out, it was a breath of fresh air for moi. But again, that's because there are people out there who buy those games. That's good. I am not angry that people buy those games. It's the top selling thing. Okay, I'm gonna use a metaphor, but I literally don't mean it. Literally, I do not mean it. They all saying of if people buy shit, sell shit. I mean, if people buy shit, sell shit. If shit sells, sell shit. Understandable. But if people are gonna buy it and use their own money, I don't care what you do with your money. That's why I say if you don't like the Nintendo Switch, don't buy it. It's not that hard to do, people. But and Titanfall are really Battlefield 1. Everybody's liking it. I have not played the game, but I've seen people giving reviews that like it. Titanfall 2, and a phenomenal game. I bought the game twice. That's how much that game is good. I bought that game twice. One for my PC and one for my friend Troy. Troy. Shout outs to him. I gave him that because the campaign, which it should have had in the first game, was a good idea, and I love the campaign. See, I'm not an online person, so the other games doesn't revolve to me and whatever. I give shout outs to Activision with Call of Duty. Call of Duty was all right, still not. It was. I like the way they did it at the end with the whole kit, the message to the KIAs. That was pretty cool. Still, Black Ops 2 is still one of my best Call of Duty games because of the story. I don't play online that much, so that's why I don't care. But I digress. Move from that. So You have so why I have PlayStation and Xbox and PC that don't have no creativity in there that you could create the game. If you have stagnation, the market is gonna die. That's why since February of last year, there's been 25 studio shutdowns, and these are major ones. And most of y'all know most of them. They had one that happened just before the Switch presentation. That was on the Sony side. So these studios are losing their ass trying to make it graphical and whatever, and following the same trend. And if they put all their money into this first-person shooter and it doesn't sell, then it flops, then they lose their ass on that. Come up with creative games that's cheaper, that's good budget, and you'll make a lot of money. That's the key to that. So PlayStation, Xbox, PC, have all that stuff. PC, I can't do nothing because, like I said, like when I'm playing my first-person shooter on PC, I'm using the Wiimote because I found out adapted I can use the Wiimote to play. So I'm still using the Wiimote to play my games, and I use the Wii Pro controller to play as well too, other than the Xbox controller. I do have an Xbox controller as well too, but I use with it. That's why I'm so happy that Nintendo's Sonic Mania is coming over to the Switch. I was gonna buy it for the PC, no lies, but it's on the Switch now. I ain't gotta worry about that. And Tailbest Stereo, if anybody out there, that's a new Tales game. It's out on PC Steam as a demo and also on PlayStation. Check it out. It's kind of rough edges on the way, but again, see the reviews from Japan, people liking it. But I love Tales game. I love that thing. So check it out and see if you like it or not. If you don't like it, you don't gotta buy it. Yeah. So sorry about that little tangent. Coming off of that. So the Switch comes out and it's all kinds of different functionality. That's cool that you can make crazy games out of it. One of the people saying that, oh, they didn't understand what Suda 51 was talking about. That's one of the most craziest imagined games out there, from No More Heroes 1, 2, Liberation Maiden, from Killer 7, The Killer is Dead, to, I mean, his games are off the freaking wall because he loves it. And go back to my LBC before the start. You could go almost to the end when I did read an interview from Suda about from Famitsu, reading it and seeing how he loves game designs or whatever. Because here's the thing, Scaleball got canceled. I played the game, fun game. I wish it did came out when I went to Platinum in 2014. I was like, 15. I'm sorry, 15. That was a good game. They had no hiccups, no problems. But here's the thing, I was playing on the Xbox console at Platinum. I had no problems playing the game. So it's not the power, it's creative differences, and Microsoft's egotistical ways bump heads, and it just didn't work out. I explained it in another video. You can go check that one out, because I've been to Platinum. Unlike other people who talk this gamer nonsense like Angry Joe and all this stuff, just get an example, and Shoki and all these idiots, whatever. I go to the studios because I got contract with certain people. I have a contract with Sony. I have a contract with Nintendo. In 2015, it's on my channel as well too. I went to Japan. I went to Namco Bandai, Square Enix, Platinum Games, and Nintendo. I got an exclusive walk through Nintendo's building and see certain things. That was freaking awesome. That is one of the best part of my life, up to the top. Top of things that I've done in my life. That's freaking awesome to do that. But that's why most of my video predictions that I've predicted or say, it's not because I predicted and just guess out of thin air. I guess because it's cool. I guess because I've seen stuff, I've been in the industry and stuff, and it happened. And again, in my Nintendo Switch video I did when I did my press stuff, when I put out a video saying what would be in the presentation, because I got the Nintendo press release before the Switch presentation happened, I corrected myself when I was wrong. I thought it would come on the 31st. It came on the March 3rd. I was wrong on that. I admit I was wrong. Unlike other people, I commit when I said something that I'm wrong. Other than that, I said Splatoon, it's a Splatoon Deluxe kind of setup. It was Splatoon 2. Didn't know that. You know what? I got it wrong. I will admit to my wrongness. But majority of the stuff I said was correct. Even some of the stuff with the whole controls, because I go back to the video when I was telling people, it's going to be touchscreen. It's going to be gyro. Hey, guys, calm down. They're not going to get rid of that stuff. It's going to be there. So stop. And I was proven right. Not a pat on my shoulder. It's just simple sense to see what Nintendo does and the past. That's most of these videos that you see me putting up quick, fast. These are just logical, simple thing. If you look at what's going on, you can figure what's going on easy and stop being a YouTube video whore. But I digress. So let's get into the presentation. My mistake on that. So people are saying in the presentation, this part right here is Splatoon 2. I've seen people say negative stuff about it, saying the presentation was jokey and it was not good and it was crazy like that. I'm like, what? And it's too kiddie and all that. I'm like, what? And most people was cracking jokes of my homeboy right here, saying that, man, this is crazy. That Nintendo need to stop this. First of all, sorry, I disagree with you, Graham. This is Nintendo's own conference. This is not at E3. Even though at E3 they do this, because I'm going to show you examples, but this is their own thing. Talk about their own stuff. What Nintendo always does is what? I don't know. Let me see. Talk about fun. That's what they always talk about. Fun. This right here, this get up that you see right here is because, remember, with the regular Splatoon, they had what? The research lab. So he's basically resetting it up for the research lab from the first presentation when they did the direct. And showing off the concept of new guns, of having the dual wielding guns. That's what Nintendo does. That's what you see showing off right there. New weapons, showing them off, having fun. That's what it's doing. Nintendo is known for fun before when they're doing their game design. And he's showing right there. That's Nintendo. I don't get that what people are saying is a bad thing. And I have to give it to him. It was really cool, and I don't know if he's doing quick because I want to switch to other videos to show you what I'm talking about as an example. Like I said, people don't use their simple sense to see history, to remember what's going on. But he's just talking about the videos, and people have all the memes and everything about this. This is Nintendo having fun with a hobby we call video games. This is not a serious thing. Your life is not dependent on this thing. And I'll point out again, thank you for showing this. This is one of the reasons I told people that it's going to have gyro back when everybody's talking about, it's not going to, because of the plastic. We're going to use Splatoon with the buttons. No, Nintendo was not going to do that. That's why I was using simple sense to say, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And also the Tree Live, they map the buttons and you can show that they use the touchscreen to use stuff. So you could also, one thing about Nintendo I love, they have the Tree Live to show you, thank goodness, the Treehouse Live to show you how the game works. Unlike the other consoles who don't do that crap most of the time. At least I see what the product is doing. So I have no problem with this. And of course, when he did his this right here, where people's cracking joke about it, he's talking about Splatoon 2. I have that right there. He's having fun. He's at work having fun. What a concept. Oh my God, this is crazy that somebody would do something like this. That is ridiculous. I feel so bad for homeboy that he's having fun at work. This is what Nintendo's done all the time. Let's go to, I don't know. Let's see right here, E3 2000, the digital E3 2014, where people got crazy and all that stuff. Robot Chicken people, Nintendo having fun, doing crazy stuff about their own thing, spending money to show people that we could crack jokes about ourselves and having fun. That's what Nintendo do. And everybody, of course, remember this thing. When you see Watson and Reggie, everybody's like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is this? What the hell did Reggie just did right there? What? A kick, backflip, a Luigi headbutt? What the? This is Nintendo's top people having fun at their work, presenting something. And this was, everybody remembers this right here. That was like, holy crap, this is Dragon Ball Z thing when it went into this part. Like, are you kidding me? This is fun as hell. They're having fun about a game industry, about fun playing a game. That's Nintendo. Let's go to another event. Oh, I don't know. Let's see here. Remember this one? They made a puppet of Iwata and the others, and they're having fun. And I still say this is the most badass when Nintendo just tell everybody F you, because I love that. I love when they get that. Not this part right here, really. I'll let it play because I love it. But this is Nintendo having fun with the industry. Reggie doing push-ups in a weird way and a puppet. That is hilarious right there. That's what Nintendo does. Gaming is about fun, front and foremost. That's what it's all about. And I don't think people get that. And that's one of the reasons I'm sad to say that Nintendo will never be the number one, not be number one unless it's a crash or one of the other market console guys drop out. It's never going to do that because fun is not enough. This part right here is what I'm talking about. This is badass. This is the Yakuza shit. You don't F with us. That's what that right there shows me right there. That don't F with us. That's that don't F you thing. That's what Nintendo did with that right there. And look at that. They're having fun, talking up. I mean, this is what they do, people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You cannot tell. You can't say, oh, the presentation was too kiddie. The presentation, Nintendo, come on, stop playing jokes and get serious. When have they been serious when they're presenting their own stuff? That's one of the reasons you want to say, let's do the direct, because the news media spin their words and make it seem like this is a hobby. As my boy Kwame Chu say, it's a $60 vacation when you're playing video games. Enjoy the shit. Don't take it too serious now. If you don't see a game that you don't like, don't buy it. So that presentation that we saw before, and with all this stuff, this is why I like Nintendo. They don't. Like I say, one, I like Nintendo because they have fun. They make jokes of themselves. They don't play too serious. Love Nintendo for that. Number two, the reason also I like Nintendo, because they are the top quality games in gaming. The least amount of bugs, least amount of brokenness, least amount of, and that's Nintendo. I buy Nintendo games for their quality. People, and I'll be honest, people say if Nintendo games was on another console, would have bought it. If they could put the same amount of optimization in their games, or they do it like this, and people don't rush them to be jerks, yes, I would buy it on a PC. Basically, I'd rather be on a PC, but it won't be on PlayStation or Xbox. Oh, we'll go third party. Yeah, sure, whatever. We didn't sell. Still make more money than other consoles because people forgot about money. Success is not how much consoles you sold. Success is how much money you make, and they made money on the Wii U. Not as much as they projected with the console sale, but projected in that they have unlimited potential with the software lineup. That's why majority of people who buy a Wii U buy Nintendo games. Hey, Sony. That's what it is. Not a shot at Sony itself, but when Sony games start that stuff, when your biggest game, when you have Mario Kart at attachment rate at 63%, and then you have Mario, the biggest game selling on Sony, which is that broke the attachment rate, which basically was excuse me, with Uncharted with 60%, 60, 63, 16, and you got more people have more fun, but you see people don't talk about that stuff. But again, their presentation, Nintendo's all about fun, and I'm happy that that presentation is, like I said, I didn't see it live because I got to release the press release. I know what it is. That's why I did my video about it before that, and I went to sleep. I watched it later on, and I saw people talk about the games and having fun. Oh, question two. Most of the people you see there on this right, give me a second right here. Let me get back to it. All these designers and stuff, these are not young people. These are people in their 50s, late 40s, 50s. The Sakurai's in his 40s, whatever. People having fun. That's where you put the hat on. You're having fun. These guys, he's been making games for a long time in the Mario. Shigeru Miyamoto just overlooks it. He passed the baton on to him and Tazia. People forget about that. People are crazy about that. This person right here that everybody's talking about, he's showing about the development of the Wii U and all the game consoles coming together. Let me go to refine. There you go. Him and this guy as well too. Let me help you out. These guys, like, you're right here. Give me a second, sorry. My throat is dry. Okay, so let's go with this. With Yusaki right here. He right now for the Switch. He helped. He of course everybody would think, oh, he's the guy who made the Switch and all. Nah, the plans was from Gunpei Yokoi. You know what Gunpei Yokoi was? He was a game designer. He was a hardware designer and toy maker way back in the 80s. Had a tragic death, of course, in the 90s. Sorry I wish he was alive there, but maybe some of the gamers would bitch about it because he's the one who made GameCube. I mean, not GameCube, Metroid. But I digress. All these he has been in Japanese directs many times. But of course, it's not, you don't have to worry about it because you watch the North American directs. We have Iwata and Reggie and Bill Trinan and all the other stuff. And Shigeru Miyamoto and blah blah blah. These guys are not new. They've been there all the time. So let's stop that nonsense about that. And the person who's the head designer of this Switch, the game idea plan, schematics came from Gunpei Yokoi. The head designer of the Switch is Ginyu Takeda. Don't get it twisted. Same thing when you saw the other guy we're talking about. He's the development for the Switch. He's for Nintendo for the software. Number one above him is Shigeru Miyamoto. If you go to the IR pages, you see the list of who got the roles really, but people don't do research. That's what it is. But whatever. And there's an example right there going. But the video was talking about that. You have the Amiibo could go on top on these Joy-Cons have too much technology in them, in that regard. But the presentation was what Nintendo always do, fun. And last but not least, because I talked about this and it's showing it right now, let me help you because I saw Black Nerd Company did this, and he would never see this video, of course. So, but people who ever seen this thing, and I'll ask this thing too for the big YouTubers. All right, I got something to see y'all. Ready to, I gotta say this to y'all. Let's put some sense into this. It has a share button. So on Nintendo, so that means I can share my video on YouTube, right? And I could call Tom commentary, right? Yes, you can. But you can't make money off of it, you jacks wagons. Oh, no, you ain't. Stop saying that. Okay, let's flip it to music. Can you take Adele's music, put it on YouTube, and do commentary on it? Let's see what Sony will do to you. Oh, yeah, they'll flag you. So I like how everybody scapegoats all the other gaming media, music, books, and then because other game places does the same, and they do it too. Sony does it too. Square does it too. Don't think only Nintendo only. But all the places they flag you for that stuff. Because I got one from Namco Bandai, from Sega. You know what? Why not? Why not even show people here? This is Nintendo one right here. Let me see what this one was. That's like saying downward spiral. What was the copyright? Oh, let me see copyright. Sega. That's what Sega flagged me for that one. Sega again. Oh, nope, same thing. My bad. Nintendo, of course, flagged me for that. I respect that. I don't make money off my channel, so I really don't care. Namco Bandai. They flagged me on that. I don't make any money off of this, so my video's up there. I don't care monetize because I don't want to monetize. I don't want to make money off of somebody else's project. So stop that idiocracy of you. Oh, well, come on, man. It's Nintendo. You're gonna make no. You can't do it with music. You can't do it with movies. You can't do it with books. So you can't. Why would you do it? And you can't do it with TV shows. You can't do it either. Stop. Fair use my ass. That's not fair use. So you hit Nintendo, but nobody's gonna hit that with Square and all the others. Nobody's gonna hit that, of course. No, they won't. Don't hit all those copyrights. I know I showed something in here. What was this? Oh, music. Same thing. I got copyrighted for music. I have no problem with that. It's not my stuff. I respect that. I'm not monetizing video. You can still get that. That's wrong for taking somebody else's property and do that. So sorry, Black Nerd Company. No. Answer is no. No. And this is why I like Nintendo. They give you all the stuff that you can make a game with this stuff. Not just a simple controller that you can't share experience. All right? Y'all think it's jokey with the Rumble feature, whatever. You know what? People thought that the Rumble feature was shitty too back in 1996. But what happened? Oh, wait. All controllers now have Rumble feature. Ain't that a bitch? That is ridiculous right there. Ooh, I can't do nothing. Stop that nonsense, people, please. You could do some crazy stuff with the Joy-Cons. We don't know. The potential is there for game developers. That's why Suda was so happy about it, to say, hey, I want to do crazy stuff with the Switch. He did crazy stuff with the Nintendo Wii with No More Heroes. Ain't gonna hate Homeboy for that. Not at all. So let's get that straight, people. Let's not be jerks about this. So the copyright, whatever crap, please stop. Please stop that nonsense. That is ridiculous. Because you can't do it in any other platform. And other gaming studios flag you, as I just showed you, basically flag me too. I don't make this for money. You're making money off of other people's content. That's not a fair use. If you're not fair use, mean if you could use it without making money off of it, read it. It's 19 pages of law in the fair use for Congress. Read it. You'll see. I do, because I am in the industry and I know what it goes down like that. But these people, oh my goodness. It's ridiculous with this stuff. That's what kills me about this gaming industry. So people, get it. When you see people do that nonsense about, oh, well, Nintendo's copyrighting me again. Please do a video with Sega games in there. Please do a video with Square games in there. Final Fantasy 15, you put a full video in there. Most of the time, they flag you too. They might flag you in the music. They might flag you in the video. They flag you too. So don't come with that bull crap. Don't make fair use means you could use it without making money. Literally, that's what it. If you break down the law, that's what it is. If you could change certain things about it, and then you have the law with the parody law. That's different. You could do that, like where Al Yankovic could do. That's different, but that's changing the whole thing. You're not doing it. You're taking the same thing and just putting your voice over something else. So no. And basically, if Game Idea guy, if you're listening, because I know you might be listening, something like that. No More Heroes 3 is up in the air. Travis Suda 51 has bought the rights to use Travis Touchdown in a game. So that's what he was talking about, using wrestling moves or something like that. You could do that. But he could use the character. No More Heroes is still underneath Ubisoft's license. So Ubisoft still owns the rights to No More Heroes. That's the sad part. So we don't ever do a No More Heroes 3. Shit, I would love a Red Steel 3 as well too, with the 2-engine continuing on a Switch. That shit will be badass with the Switch's controller. If you put those controllers with the Switch, the No More Red Steel 3 with the same art style as 2, hell yeah, I could go with that. That's up to you. That's basically up to Ubisoft to do that bull crap. Yes, they and I could, like I said, I'm not really watching, but I could guarantee you, I could hear Game Idea's head in his mind working, thinking like, well, yeah, you could use the concept. Well, they could use the concept. They can't put Travis Touchdown in that concept though. That's the difference. If he got to do a whole different thing. If he used Travis Touchdown in that same concept of No More Heroes, he's not gonna work. He'll get sued for that. So he can't do that. If you use Travis Touchdown just wrestling and whatever, and wrestling moves or whatever in your own setup, then he could do that. But he cannot do the concept of No More Heroes attaching it to that we get in that regard. He could get sued over that. But once again, I'm sorry that people take this a certain way, and you know what? It is crazy to see that people are angry. All these videos are just put out. People are angry at Nintendo for doing what Nintendo does. That is ridiculous. That is stupid. Nintendo, you angry at the sun for rising up? What are you? You angry for water for being wet? What is your people? Nintendo has, I just showed you, Nintendo been doing fun all the time. They've been doing crazy fun all the time in the E3 events, in the digital events, in the directs. That's what they do. They have the serious moments, but majority of the time it's been fun. So that's all it is. Have fun. That's why, again, that's one of the reasons I play Nintendo games. Sorry, I play Nintendo games because of fun. I play Nintendo games because the quality of game is top rated. And you could go to, and I have, you could go to any studio, even Microsoft and Sony studio themselves. They learn from Nintendo. They got inspired from the developers, get inspired from Nintendo games. And they would say, man, if Nintendo drops out of this, the game market will be horrible. And what also add on to that, they know that their games are top rated. So if they can say that, Sony, Microsoft, Square Europe, because again, Square Japan, and it's funny, remember 2015 when I said Square Japan is going to be with Nintendo, and a lot of people was like, oh, that's not going to, oh man, Square is not going to be, yeah. Again, most of my videos that I made my prediction is because of I've been in the industry talking about it, seeing it eye to eye, hands on. It's not because I'm on my chair like certain people in their basement or in their attics or in their living room talking, oh, well, Nintendo, you need to do this and that. They're going to make a better good game. What do you do, sir? Well, I just come on YouTube and just comment. Have you made a game? I play video games. That's not the question. Have you played a game? Have you made a game? I play video games. I see what people like. I have 1 million subscribers on my YouTube channel. So people like what I'm saying. But you don't know simple coding. You never made a console. You never made take your idea that's just in your head, as you point out, that would make Nintendo millions of dollars, and if you have that idea, why don't you invest your own self and make that console and show Nintendo this is what you got to do, and bam, do that. Nah, you can't do that. And of course, when I remember one certain person telling me about Tales games and all that stuff, and the jackass was he never left the damn state. But you're gonna tell me about a game, but I'm in Japan talking to people about the game. Yeah, you know more than me. You might get more subs than me because you're in this for this YouTube, for this money shit. I'm not. I make more money than you ever would in your life, and I don't care for it. This YouTube thing, this is for fun. You're using this to make your money and your comeuppance. So you, Shok, Rich, all Game Explain, all these people using this bull crap for y'all money, go right ahead. Y'all, most of y'all are relevant, but y'all are basically whores. But if you could prove them wrong, why don't you, just like me and Andre said many times when people talking about how I say oh, I want a gay game. Nobody's stopping you from making a game about with gay characters. Just stop turning characters that's been established as gay. Samus is not a transgender. F that crap. Make a game with the head character is a transgender. Done. Make your own game, sell it. Let's see how that works. If it sells, then you prove people wrong. If it doesn't sell, shut the fuck up. If you don't do it, shut the fuck up. Stop with that nonsense talking about that crap. It's ridiculous. Really, it is. So, Nintendo is being Nintendo. There's never been nothing else but Nintendo. The Switch comes out March 3rd. I would love to do a video about the games. I'm gonna do that on the Endcast. And again, you have Red Fox's podcast coming tonight, and then you might have Games at Large tomorrow and other people's podcast. I'm gonna do my Endcast about the games itself, because unlike other people, oh, look at that with all the motion controls are getting gimmicky, whatever. ARMS looks awesome to me. I am gonna pick up ARMS. ARMS look awesome to me. That's Punch Out. That's like mixing Punch Out and Ready to Rumble and putting that Nintendo more flair in like America. It just looks fun to me. That's the whole point. Fun, and it looks like I'm into it, so that'll be a great workout for my hand. I will play that game as long as the controls work good and it's precise enough, like a remotion plus. I'm good with that. So let's not get with this idiocracy about this nonsense, people. I Ballerman is coming back. That's a game I'm looking at forward to. Arms is good. Mario Kart Deluxe. I already talked to somebody. Josh asked, I respect you, and I'm happy that you said that. I've talked to Nintendo about certain things too. Like I think they should give a DLC system or discount system, and then people pay or whatever. The Wii U should get this stuff, really. It should. I'm not gonna let Nintendo slide on that. The Deluxe, I know it's happening for business reasons, just like I give Sony the business reason of thing. That's why early before anybody else, I was saying, people, stop, don't make no videos about this port thing because Nintendo's gonna do it soon. And some people didn't care for what I said or whatever, and then they started making their crazy videos after that. I'm like, that's why you should not bash Sony and Microsoft on that stuff. But I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say, hey, Nintendo should do something to give people who bought Mario Kart 8, because not many people are going to buy Mario Kart 8 for. Not many people are going to buy Mario Kart 8 for this. I'm sorry, not 8. I'm sorry. Not many people are going to buy Switch. They don't have the money for it, and basically all the pre-orders are gone. Me, not pre-ordering it. I'm not going to pre-order the Nintendo Switch. When it comes out, it comes out. People behind the scenes know a certain thing about me, so they know the deal. But I'm not pre-ordering a Switch. I'm not getting in the line for no Switch. I ain't going to no damn store for no Switch. Not me. But I am gonna state like this: if Switch doesn't appeal to you, don't buy it. If those games that you saw, I was gonna do one about the games. I think I'll just finish it off right here. This might be the longest one. People about the games or the game release. When you go back to Xbox One and PlayStation game release, they was dry as anybody else, just as whatever. They was just as dry. So whatever. It's stupid when people say that. They were just as dry as the Wii U. And a Switch release is way. You have digital games that's exclusive to the console. You have third-party games that's coming to the console within the rest of the year. And again, you know what? I think this was a smart move on Nintendo to release it in March. They're gonna sell a lot of Nintendo Switches in the first 2 months. I predict about between 4 to 5 million they'll sell worldwide, since this is a worldwide thing. Then they're gonna drop down to about 500,000, maybe 750,000. After that, then it might flux between 100,000 to 300,000, all the way up until November, because they could gauge what people want, and they could reload it up again and boost up production once again for November and November, December for the holiday sales, where they're gonna do deals and everything else. Smart move on Nintendo for that. That's smart move. And let me point that out too. I see people also talked about the whole Nintendo doesn't have the, what do you call it? Shit. Think like it. Oh yeah, the memory thing. That's asinine. So you use SD cards. You got a problem. You can still use external hard drives. What's the problem? The same thing with the Wii U. People are like, oh, the Wii U don't have no space. You know you could use an external hard drive. I don't want to use external hard drive. Okay, then you could use a thumb drive. You could get yourself a cheap 32 gig thumb drive, 36 gig thumb drive, 128 gig thumb drive. Because you know what? If you buy every single Nintendo game on the Wii U, you're not filling up because they're masters of their code. You're not filling up 128 gig hard thumb drive, because their codes. Remember, Xenoblade Chronicles is the biggest game they have on the Wii U at 26 gigs. That's it. Everything else is 1.2.10 gigs at the most. In most cases, the average game gigs for Nintendo is 5 gigs for their games. So don't get that twisted, people. Please do not. and you're using a SD. You could pick up a micro SD card for cheap nowadays. Jesus Christ. You guys find I have no problem you finding false. Oh, I don't like the Nintendo Switch Joy Control colors. I'm with you. That's a cool. That one. I don't like that. I don't like the colors either. I'm good with you with the neon blue, whatever. I don't think that they should have just go to red or red and green if you want to do Nintendo. That would have been more better. But I agree with you on that. I have no problem with that. But the nitpicking of other things is ridiculous when the answer is they gave you options. That's the part that kills me. This is just what it frustrates me about. You can do this, people. You could buy. You have options with the memory, just like the Wii U did. You didn't like you don't like the gamepad. You know what? You have the Pro controller. You have the Wii Remote controller. You have the Wii Cool Classic controller. You have the Remote and Nunchuck. You have the GameCube adapter. You have many adapters to if you didn't want to play with the Wii pad, the Wii U pad. So y'all just bitch about stuff. That's all it is. Some complaints I could see again. Switch 1-2 Switch should have been a pack-in. I agree with that. That should have been a pack-in game. The colors, I agree with that. That's kind of crazy. The Joy-Cons, one right and R by itself, that's idiotic. Don't buy them. That's stupid. Don't buy them. I am with you with that. There's some problems there. It's not a perfect thing. You don't have to buy. Those are problems. I agree with you on those. But here's the ultimate thing that people need to take away. If you don't like it, don't friggin' buy it. Oh man, what are you saying that you want Nintendo to die? If Nintendo stopped making games today, I still have 50 games that I bought on my Wii U. I still have like maybe 5 to 10 games. I still need to finish the original Xenoblade. I know the story. I'm basically at the, what do you call it again? The arm, where the arm is to go over into the mechanics place. But I know the story. I know the story. The story's predictable, and people told me, and I figured it out. So I know the story. But I didn't finish the game. Xenoblade Chronicles X, I finished the game. But I have games on the Wii U, on the Wii, that I have not finished. I still need to finish freaking Fluidity. Love that game, and I ain't finished it. I got games on the Wii. I still got games on the DS that I gotta finish. Games on the 3DS that I gotta finish. Games. I just bought me a PlayStation Vita. I got games on that I got to finish. And all these games are physical games that I could play over and over and over for years to come. If the gaming market stops right now, I could play all for a long time. So I don't care if Nintendo if Nintendo falls right now. Technically speaking, if I have to be really honest with you. Would it suck? Yes. But I have enough games to keep on going. And relatively, they've been doing stuff that's pretty damn good all the time, which is why people buy them. Fun. Do not listen. I don't even know what to say. It's just when I see all these videos of people saying all this stupid stuff, they're nitpicking at the most stuff. Which is crazy. You nitpick, like all the videos I put up before. This is the longest one right now, but all the videos I put up before that was a little shorter. You nitpick about the controller's price, but compare the controller to the controllers you got now. You're getting way less of a bargain of technology in the controllers, and you still gotta pay crazy money. Hell, the Elite, like I just said, the Xbox One controller Elite, get all the options. Pretty cool, $150. You know what it still don't give you? A freaking battery pack. You still gotta buy batteries. But that slide, people get a life, really. These YouTubers out here. So it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I wish people could just chill. If you don't like the console, don't buy it. That's all you gotta do. Nobody's forced you to buy not a single console, not a one, not a single console, not a game, not nothing. All those games that you see coming out there from Nintendo, this right is gonna be fun. All those games that you see coming from Nintendo is what we call, I don't know, fun. You don't have to pick them up. If you're a grown-ass man and you still think that playing video games, to be manly, I have to play a Call of Duty or all the other weird stuff like that. I'm like, are you crazy? What the heck are you people talking about? You crazy, right? It makes no sense. It literally does not. I would never understand why people do that crap. You just can't look at something and just say, hey, it's not for me, keep it moving. I never, and for people who was listening to me for the first time on this channel, in case somebody shares these videos more, because this stuff, I don't really care for that, but if they share these videos, share these videos and stuff, let me say this. You can go to any of my video here, other than the PlayStation Pro, because for what it is. But I suggested the PlayStation Slim or the regular Pro because it makes sense. I have never said a console, the Xbox or the PlayStation is bad. Never. It's not bad, because what doesn't work for me might be something that you like. So I appreciate there's variety in life. And as I'm going to show on the screen again, remember, main presentation features online service, family fun. It's always, Nintendo always been family friendly. I don't think they'll ever change that. Stop that. This nonsense with all this crap. You see what here? All the video have all families playing. 60% of Nintendo's interest, who give them the most money, is family. Point blank, period. Not gamers. You're there, but the single gamers and people like that, no, like people like Andre, the game idea guy, he's considered family. People like Mr. T, he's considered family. Red Knight, he's considered family. Why? Because they play the games with their kids. That's family. People like me who don't have a kid, who don't have children, who's not married, nah, I'm a gamer. I'm considered a gamer. And I make up less than 30%, because the other part of Nintendo makes most of the money too, is what people don't understand is from other stuff. Because remember that that thing that Iwata had, I forgot what it's called, the sleep sensor, is been used in Tokyo hospitals. They sell off the technology so they could use it to monitoring cancer, sleep one, and also comas. Sorry. So the IR sense they put on your finger, you think it's been used in hospitals, but nobody reports about that crap. And I saw it when I was in Japan, so it's weird. Nobody talks about that nonsense at all. So people quick to always use that whole they call it, saying this stuff right here. I do not make most of Nintendo's purchases. I don't. The family is always Nintendo's purchases. That's why they do what they do. And looking at this right here, look, now we're looking at the games. Breath of the Wild. I'm picking Breath of the Wild for the Wii U. Okay, I told people that, and I'm keeping my word. Want to Switch? I already told you about that. Mario Kart 8, I just said about that, but I'm gonna pick that up. ARMS, something fun, different. This is like a Ready to Rumble and Super Punch Out. That's what this reminds me. Pretty cool. Of course, Splatoon 2. Of course, Super Mario Odyssey. Of course, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Of course, Fire Emblem Warriors, which I said back in 2000 when Hyrule Warriors was renowned, and they were like, "What would be the best game?" Because when, let's get it straight, Koei Tecmo basically made a game, Hyrule Warriors. And you know what? Anybody out there, you could check this out yourself. Because here's the funny thing. Dragon Quest Warriors is coming to the Switch as well. But here's the thing. They made this game. I'll repeat it again, and you could Google it and find the information you own. Me, I talk to people, so I know this. All they wanted was for Hyrule Warriors to sell is 100,000 in America to be profitable. They sold over 1.4 million on a Wii U, digital and physical. They did Hyrule Legends, simple port, didn't take much money. They made their money back and is making profit out of Hyrule Legends. Koei Tecmo is at that time was Koei Tecmo and Omega Force was like, and here's the thing: they release Dynasty Warriors 8 on the PlayStation 4, Xbox. Look at the sales. Go find the sales of those. Not very well. And then, of course, Dragon Quest Warriors was released on PlayStation. Basically, it was to start off as abysmal. They put it on PC. Still was not that great. Now they put it on the Switch. These guys basically became like, oh my God. So when people talk about that, oh, Mario or something, I said Fire Emblem because the characters are there. And the bad guys are there too, so they could do that. So we could think. I said that when the Legend came and it came out, that's what's gonna happen. And I'm not surprised that there is a Hyrule Warrior, a Fire Emblem Warriors now. That's why, and I've told you videos, including that LBC where Shooter 51 talk about Nintendo. Hideki, Shooter 51. I mean, many developers I've talked from the West and the East have a revenge for Nintendo. So I don't know why these YouTubers got this angry mode about them. These are great games. Here's the funny thing too. Let's look at this again one more time before I finish this. Action adventure. Basically a demo. I'm not gonna lie, but it uses all kind of things in this game. We don't even know everything that's in this game yet. Racing, punching, moving, arcade, third-person shooter, something different. 3D platform, RPG, big world, hack and slash. All these games from Nintendo, different. Coming out 2017. Cross our fingers for mostly everything. I'm seeing Xenoblade 2, maybe not, but we'll see. But all these games, different genre, variety, spice of life. If you don't like Nintendo 1-2 Switch, hey, you might like ARMS. If you don't like ARMS, you might like Splatoon 2. If you don't like Splatoon 2, you might like Mario Galaxy Odyssey. The spice of life, people, is different games. That's what we need to be pushing. That's what we need to push in. Spice of life, different games. That's why I was sad that Scalebound got stopped. Because all Xbox has now is State of Decay 2, Halo Wars 2, Crackdown 2, or 3. I don't know, 2 or 3, but it was Crackdown. That's their exclusive library right there. Come on, people. Enjoy the games that's different. That's what will make the industry more. If we have different genres of game, not first-person shooter all the time, not shooter games all the time, something different, racing, speed, all these different things you see right here on the screen. Every one of these things is different genres. Nintendo makes games different from Sony and Microsoft. Thank the Lord for that. Because if we just had Sony and Microsoft, the games would have been stagnated, and you've seen what's happening to the studios. Nintendo has been hiring people. Nintendo has not laid off developers. Sony has. Microsoft has. Capcom has. Square Europe has. Ubisoft has. EA has. Everybody count the Wii U as whatever. It didn't sell as much as the GameCube, but the Wii U has the biggest gaming library of all consoles, except for anything that's like retro made, like a Retro 5000, whatever. Nintendo has made, the Wii U has made more money than all consoles The reason and the biggest library one with a virtual, all first, second, third party, virtual console, eShop, third party. I mean, it's just ridiculous. The GameCube, all it has was physical games, first, second, third party. The Wii U has first, second, third party, and all the stuff I just said. All that equals money. And Nintendo makes all their games so that even bigger profit. And if you bought a digital game on Nintendo, like Mario Kart 8, if you bought it digitally, all $60 go to Nintendo, not to other places. It goes back to the house that made the game. So when people talk that nonsense about the Wii U bankrupt Nintendo, how did it bankrupt Nintendo? How did the Wii U make things over? And then everybody always say Wii U, they forgot about the 3DS, which is the biggest market share in the 8th generation. And oh yeah, let me end it off with this, people. The 9th generation is going to start March 3rd. Let's not get this bullshit with people saying, oh no. Let's not turn the words as well. Generation is a time phrase. That's what the word is, time. Generation is time. It's not a generation, twisted the generation to be tech. All right. And even if you say tech, there's no other platform doing what the Switch is doing, except for the Mobius, the X300 Mobius, but it doesn't have a dock anything, but that's the closest to it. But this is crazy that there's nothing out there that's doing what Nintendo is doing. So that is the generation by leaps and terms. Not, I mean, look at what these YouTubers say. Oh, this is not the ninth gen. It's not next gen because you don't have next gen graphics. But you can't do the Switch can't. What the Switch could do, the Wii U cannot do. Different ways to play game. So what? That is crazy. The ninth generation is starting in March 3rd. I hope Nintendo Switch sells well. That's all I can hope for. I want every company out there who makes game be profitable. Not only Nintendo, Microsoft as well, Sony, the same thing, and games, whatever. I want you to put the games out there and hope it sells well, because I don't want to see people lose their jobs. I really don't. So, with that said, people, thank you all for watching. Like I said, I hopefully I didn't look at the chat. I know I've seen a couple of videos where people have been killing the chat, going up and down. So sorry about that. Don't let other people's words hurt you. Seriously, if they're, oh, you're a Nintendo fan, a Nintendo weirdo, a Sony bother, an X twat. Words don't bother me. Call me what you want. You know what? I took my money, bought something I enjoyed, and I'm having fun. You're not gonna piss on my parade if I'm having fun. Basically, me doing it by myself is basically a roof over your piss. So you ain't getting to me. I'm having fun in my house while you are sulking out there thinking, oh man, I wish I could get in that house and play some games too. It's crazy. Do not let these people force you to do nothing. All right? Enjoy the games on any console you have. That's why I always came with my mantra, back up. I updated it, but you go back to basically the first video on my channel for a second, I came with the whole perfect game, because there's no perfect game out there. None. Never has been. Even in Nintendo standard, there never has been. I could tell you some jaggies, some anti-aliasing, a feature didn't work that well, a glitch right here, because no game is glitch free. Every game has it, but we should enjoy it and stop with the bull crap. So with that said, people, don't let nobody use simple sense. It's not common sense no more. Use simple sense. Go to your reach. Use simple deduction. The Wii U is a great console. PlayStation 4 is a great console. Xbox One is a great console. Every one of those had different types of games. All right. They have different types of games in there, so different type of people could enjoy it. The wider the net is spread, the more the game, the more fishes we could catch, the basically money, and the more that the fisherman stays afloat. Or the wider the net, that if something happens, something falls off, and you like your tightrope, you get caught. But the bigger the holes and the smaller the net is, that's when the industry starts crushing themselves. And that's the sad part about it. Right now, I want to add one more thing to this. Sorry, I keep on pushing it back. I got one more thing to this because this one popped in my mind. Hey, you guys who always hate on who got your argument? Nintendo don't make no new IPs, right? Let's see what you're gonna do with Tank. Let's see what you're gonna do with Arms. All right. Let's see what you're gonna do with those new IPs. Let's what about the Oasis game that's coming to the Nintendo 3DS? Let's see what you guys gonna do with those new IPs. Because that was a new IPs Nintendo made, just as Sakurai Warrior, just as Pushmo, just as Codename Steam, unlike other people. I buy new experiences. New IPs are there. Where's you gonna give me an argument like, oh man, there's no new IPs, man. Nintendo always make Mario and Zelda. But there's a Mario at launch. I mean, there's a Zelda at launch. There's a Mario. Oh yeah, Emily Rogers, F you, because you there you go, you're proven wrong for the 50 millionth time. Sorry, I had to do that because people be front of my damn Google Plus with that stupid shit. Fire Emblem Warriors is a new IP. Legend of Hyrule Warriors is a new IP. Let's see what you guys are gonna do. Xenoblade, new IP. Nintendo only makes Mario, Zelda, Mario, and Metroid, and Donkey Kong. Yeah. Every generation, Nintendo makes new IPs. Every generation. And they have become stable franchises. So that argument is the most innate, stupid, ridiculous stuff that these YouTubers and other gamers keep on talking about. It's stupid. Smash Brothers was a new IP new IP for 64. FC was a new IP for Super Nintendo. Mario Party was a new IP for 64. Mario Kart was a new IP for Super Nintendo. Pikmin was a new IP for GameCube. Luigi's Mansion was a new IP for GameCube. Nintendo Wii Sports Resort, which sold a lot, was a new IP for Nintendo. For the Wii. Wii Fit was a new IP for Nintendo for Wii. Nintendo Land, new IP for, and I am not even counting the handheld, but we want to go home console. Nintendo Land, new IP for Wii U. Wonderful 101, new IP for Wii U. For Wii U. Now you have ARMS, new IP for Switch. And there will be a lot more coming for Switch, new IPs. So let's not get stupid with that. Nintendo has released more new IPs than any gaming company, and taking better care of their new IPs better than any gaming company. So, with that said, really, guys, Thank you for listening to all the stuff I have up here. There's gonna be the usual off-air chat. It might be a little mundane because we have new management, blah blah blah. People who have been in the chat yesterday, they understand that, but I will put up the link for people who want to join the chat at 11 to 11:15 is when it starts. If you have time, we could talk more about this, whatever. About this, it goes from 11:15 until 8 o'clock in the morning. How things go. You could talk to other people, share these ideas where you can see in the chat, whatever. Talk with other people, talk about stuff, game, and everything else. But again, thank you for watching all the videos. For those who watch all the videos I just put up rapid fired, it's simple. It's simple. This one is the one I know might get the least amount of views because it's long, but others should be shared enough for other people. Get into the point. And other than that, check out other people's podcasts that's going to start up. Have fun with people out there. Have fun with the game. And remember what it says. There's no perfect game out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy those games, no matter what the console. And again, just remember, I'm going to use this right now. The people who are doing in the chat, I want to do the on-air stuff, whatever. I'm gonna keep the hangout I have right now as a live thing, and I'm gonna use this as the chat for tonight. But I'm not gonna be on it until like 11:30. So I'll put it in a save file, so if you want to start talking early, if you want to do that, go ahead. But I'm gonna join in then. So that's what that's gonna be. Nobody, you should not feel bad for whatever you bought or whatever it is. So as I said, you buy what you like. If the Switch is not what you like, don't buy it. If you see people, don't buy it, enjoy it, and have a good day, have a good night. Like I said, check out the other videos that I put up. And if you love games, that's what it's all about. Games, not features, not consoles, not all that stuff. More ideas, more games, more fun. Y'all have a good night. Peace out.